The FBI recently responded to your letter, and you allowed the nomination to go through. But was their response adequate, do you believe? And what scares you the most about our current domestic drone policies?
Well, this is a great issue, and I want to hear the constitutional attorneys on this. They sent a first letter, and they said, we have been using drones, but we haven't used any warrants. And I said, but they said they would if they thought someone had a reasonable expectation of privacy. And so I said, well, when do you think someone will have a reasonable expectation of privacy? Give me some examples. So they wrote me back another letter, and this is why I dropped my filibuster and let them vote on him. And I really don't have anything against him. I just really voted no just because I was kind of pissed off. And but the thing, I still wanted to send a protest on the drones, but his final letter on the drones was, he said, we think that Supreme Court cases say you don't need and have ruled for manned surveillance, you don't need a warrant. It's this open spaces kind of doctrine. I think it needs to be revisited because of the technology advancements, and also because we're not talking about pot in a cornfield. We're now talking about your backyard, whether you're drinking a beer, whether you're reading Reason magazine, what you're reading there. And so I'd like to ask Ted and Mike what they think about open spaces doctrine, whether it has to be revisited. Should you have a warrant to have a drone surveillance, that kind of thing?
Well, at least what the Supreme Court has said, in your backyard, what the court calls your curtilage, the immediate surrounding space of your house, the court has said you have a reasonable expectation for privacy. And so if the FBI is using a drone to monitor someone in their backyard, in all likelihood, what they find from there may well be excluded from a court of law.
And that's not what they told me, though. They sort of said that manned surveillance wasn't limited. They didn't talk about your fence, your backyard, or anything like that.
The court has said if it's going down the street,
right,
you can surveil that. But your immediate home and surroundings, you have an expectation of privacy.